Hey, what's going on, everybody? Tim, the one and only child of Mecha. Welcome to Mechanism, episode, what is this, 7, I think we're up to now? And, man, we are going to have a good time tonight. I have a full house of amazing people, really good modelers and stuff like that. We are going to kick this off real quick, and let's go around here and let's introduce everybody, see what everybody's working on. Let's start with Bailey. Bailey,
yeah.
what do you got going on, man? Been a long time. What's going on, dude?
I've got a couple things going on. Went back to an old thing that I started something 2 years ago. This little Zaku FZ. I think the last time I was on the stream, I showed my gym custom with the heel mod.
Yeah.
Well, this is where I kind of not started it because I've done it before, but this is when I got back into building. Have that little action going on with this Zaku. So
nice.
Came back and I have some ideas for painting. So working on this FZ, doing some light mods. I hate people that know me, man. I hate HG pipes. I hate them. So I have the builder's part. Where is it? I have the builder's part ones. You know, it's the empty bag.
Nice.
So you can see it. You can see it on the head.
Oh yeah.
I have some changes already to the waist ones. I just lined up the paper clips right and threw some springs on top, and I have the pipes cut out of it. And then the leg, I have the two, the conduit connectors right there, glued in. So it's a little quick thing. I'm gonna get done. I have an idea for some painting.
Nice.
Go back to more serious things. Hey, I got this Zugok. You know, you see it in, whenever we do like Hangar 18 or Mecha and Monsters, you see it in the back shot. It's real good Zugok. He's waiting on some decals from Delphi Decals.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, should be coming in. Something held it up in New York. Bro Builder. I don't know.
It wasn't me, dude. I swear.
I was busy. It'll be here tomorrow. So
Cool.
That's it. Move on.
Good stuff. Well, hey, brother, welcome back, man.
Thanks.
Good stuff. All right, we'll check back in with you here in a little bit. Let's go over to Brian.
Hey guys.
Now,
it's close today.
Let's see. For those of us who were tuned in last time, Brian, fill us in what had happened there at the end, because
I remember Phil talking. No, what happened was I had a nice long day of drinking. And I wound it up by fading out on a live stream. I did want to say, well, we start here. I did want to say thank you to all you guys that hung out and babysat my drunk ass while I was sleeping here. I was a healthy 2 feet from the kids on the desk, so don't worry, everything was safe.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and I'm just glad that it went as well as it did. It could have gone way worse. So. Yeah. It's as far as I'm concerned, it was the best it could have been. Well, no, I mean, it could have been better. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But so I'm back and I'm sober-ish enough. Anyway, well, I just cracked this beer, so I'm getting there somewhere. Tonight we're working on more of the OMC, working on these legs. I built a bunch of custom pistons. I'll talk about that stuff a little bit later on. But right now I'm doing some epoxy sculpt putty work, kind of filling some voids on my sheet. I made this cool thing while I was recuperating.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty dope little guy.
Maker.
Yeah, we all do that stuff. So, but yeah, so that's kind of what's going on tonight.
Awesome. Very cool, man. Very cool. Well, hopefully no Brian Watch 2019 Part 2 tonight.
It might not be a Brian Watch until 2020. So
okay, cool. That'll work.
All right,
We'll make it a yearly thing. How about that?
I don't know if that's a little too soon.
Oh man, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Well, we'll check in back with you here in a little bit. Let's go over to Craig, Mr. Craig Flynn. What's going on, buddy?
Hey guys, what's cracking?
Man, that diorama is looking amazing, dude.
Thanks, man.
Later.
I've been working on it for so long, it's driving me nuts. I'm just ready for it to be done now. But,
Right.
yeah, that's pretty much all I've been working on for the last 6 months. But I'll take you for a little fly around for now.
Oh, cool.
And, sorry, my dodgy ass rig here. So I got trees everywhere, so I don't want to knock them over. But all right, how's that? Okay,
Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Alrighty, so there's old mate. So I've got a lack of cord here, so I can't go too far around. But that's old mate. Yeah, he's done now. He's completely done. Had a brainstorm last night to chuck some leaves on him, just for a bit of fun.
Oh yeah,
It looked alright, so I just kept going with it. And
Those leaf pads look great, Craig.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, I just thought that a little detail. I was going to do it to the Zaku, and I thought, well, why not do it to this guy? So, yeah. Yeah, the paint job on this one was fighting me. I think once I put the initial coats and the chipping down was great. Then once I started getting to filters, I ran into problems. So look, it's not my best work, but it's passable. And I think
That's okay. I mean,
yeah, right.
yeah, it's just one of those things that, you know, the reason I stress about this one is that it's the first thing you're going to see it. You're going to be right, like looking at it like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, some of the placeholder trees are in now. I haven't glued them in, but yeah. So there's a few. Zaku's going to be hiding under there. Just little details like the tree roots, the water reeds, Buck Rogers and his fam.
Nice.
And obviously the palm tree, which I did a bit of wash on the palm tree last night, and so yeah, it's going well. It's becoming a bit obsessive now. I'm ready for it to be finished. But what I'll be working on today is starting the oil work on the Zaku. The paint job on this one's infinitely better than the RX, which is a shame because he's going to be completely hidden. But yeah,
Man,
it's going well.
I think you're being a little bit too hard on yourself, man. I think the RX looks great.
that looks awesome from here.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think it looks really good.
Thanks. But yeah, that's all I've got at the moment. Yeah, like I said to you guys off camera, I'm with my three children by myself today. So
No worries.
if you hear any screaming, yelling, emergency, like hand waiting or anything like that, that's where I've gone.
No worries, man. No worries. Good stuff. Hey, thanks for being on, Craig. Appreciate it.
No
buddy.
worries.
All
Cheers,
right,
mate.
we'll check back in with you here in a minute.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's go. Let's go over to our returning champions, Mr. and Mrs. Daft Robo, Shane and Courtney. Hey, guys.
Happy
How y'all
belated
doing?
birthday.
So
Wow.
what are you guys working on here now?
Courtney, I'll bring the camera in.
I'm still working on my little cherry. I made a little cherry out of makeup pads where I like used a pair of scissors and I cut the foam and stuck them all together, and it's really cute. But I made him a while ago. He's got a wire that goes through his arms. But I couldn't find the color I needed. I usually use Sharpies when I paint these, so we found fabric paint. It's working really well. I did the first coat last night. It's real squishy still. So yeah, cherry.
Awesome,
That's
cool.
I'm working on our little SD Zaku build along.
Nice. Look at that little
So,
guy.
Right now I'm working on I'm giving him this big ass axe from the Hobby Hyzak.
Right.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna have a big ass axe like this. So I'm using making some little. I want to make this blade looks like it's like strapped in, like it's
Okay.
held in with some strapping. So I'm just making some little little Philly bits to go here.
Chopper.
Yeah, did you get a chopper?
Oh yeah, with the chopper. With this, I'm just gonna do a little more details. I think on the feet and a bit on the armor, on like the hip skirt, and then it will be prime time. I want to do some scribing on the shoulder cannon's completely articulated.
Ooh, look at that.
So I want to do some scribing on that, and that's it.
Sweet, man.
So I've been working on this for a bit.
You know what I think this Saku needs, though? I think you're on the right track with the Heat Hawk, but I think Bailey would agree with me. I think it needs a mother of all Heat Hawks.
TM
Right?
coming to a resin cast near you.
Are you? Is there one coming out?
Oh no, I'm just saying. I think it would look amazing with a mother of all Heat Hawks.
I mean, if you want to cast that, I mean, I will give it a mother of all Heat Hawk.
I'll give it some thought. Let's put it that way. I'll give it some thought, and I will definitely consider it. I got some things I got to cast anyway, so it might be an opportune time.
If you gave that Heat Hawk to like a 1/144 scale, it would be so good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's big. It's a master. It's good in master grade scale, but just think how menacing it would look in like a oversized and crazy. It would look in a high grade.
Oh my god! Hell yeah, man!
Get on it. Send it. Get on it.
Tim can do it.
I think everyone here would like one.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I got some casting to do. I might actually do that this weekend.
I'm sure we'll throw in on the resin.
Oh yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, the silicone's the expensive part, man.
Exactly. The silicone is the expensive part. That's the part that you use the most, actually. So
whatever it is, we'll pay for it.
Man, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that.
So that's what we've got going on.
Awesome. Well, it's good to have you guys back, man.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Back.
Absolutely. Well, we'll come back to you guys here in a little bit and check in, but let's go over now to our boy Freddy. Freddy, are you there?
No.
Freddy, can you hear us, Freddy?
No.
Freddy, you're muted.
He's there.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
Now we can hear
There we
you,
go.
Freddy.
All right. What's up? All right, so continuing working on this guy here.
Oh my God! What the hell?
It's so cool.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. This thing, yeah. This. I just had to give it a bigger mouth. How many full of these little teeth?
Just a bit.
Little guys, huh? Nice.
So
Let's see the hooves.
Huh?
The hooves.
The hooves? Okay.
Oh my God! Look
Oh
at
my
those.
god, it's so cute.
Hey, Freddy, what kind of putty are you using on that?
I am using magic.
We want to try some of that.
It's working pretty well so far.
Is that what the chest extension is?
Yeah, it's everything basically that I'm using so far. The tail, chest extension.
That's impressive.
Would you use AIDS for
the filling inside of the mouth here, the horns, everything.
Didn't make the head too heavy, did it?
Oh, it did. I'm gonna have to rebuild the neck joint because the ball isn't working. As soon as it's working fine now, but it won't stay up.
This thing is killer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's nuts, man.
I love it.
It's wild, yeah.
Nice work, Freddy.
Thank you.
What is this? Is this like a little goat monkey thing? Demon?
It's a demon mech.
Don't put it in a box,
looking
Tim.
thing. Yeah, it's gonna.
Don't put it in a box.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around it.
Don't put it in a half a dozen boxes.
So,
Mammalia.
yeah, I saw a sketch earlier this week. Let me bring it up real quick.
Does everybody remember that Super Bowl commercial, Puppy Monkey Baby?
Oh yeah.
That's immediately what I think of when I see this. It's a Puppy Monkey Baby.
Actually, from my perspective, if you take the horns off, it looks like that dead mouse symbol. It's got that smile on
a
it.
little bit, but the mouth is gonna look more like that when I'm done.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Oh man,
That's awesome.
So just picture this with a bunch of teeth in it.
that's not creepy at all, is it?
I back
Not
it.
at all.
Oh man. Oh,
So
lovely.
today I'm working on the scythe arm. So I just have a little paper cutout right here. I'm gonna trace it onto some plot plate, cut it out, and do shit with it.
Man, oh man.
And I'm liking it so far. I had to extend the mouth a little bit.
Oh yeah, to make it even more creepy.
The jaw part, yeah, just to have it have a bigger mouth.
Gotcha.
What
His
is that?
mouth is not big enough yet.
Yeah.
What is that you have the teeth on right now?
The teeth is just
I know,
just-
what is that? It looks like a mesh. Is that some kind of paper or something you have the teeth
no.
sitting on?
No, ignore that. That's scrap.
Oh no, I think you meant the RTV mat that you have the teeth
yeah,
physically
the
on
silicone
right
mat.
now.
Yeah, it's a silicone mat.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a small silicone mat that I use to roll this stuff because
Oh, that's cool.
it messes up the cutting board pretty bad if I leave any residue on there.
That is cool.
I saw something white in Bonnie's mouth.
Oh,
So-
sorry. The kids are talking.
Oh my God, so cute.
There we go.
I just want all the children to have Australian accents.
I know, right? That like makes it so much better somehow.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. I don't necessarily like children. I mean, I kind of dislike children. The cuteness factor goes like up tenfold when they're like,
He says
"Daddy."
he says he doesn't like it.
That tail, man.
Daddy, the dog is tearing my toy apart.
Oh man.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go rescue a beloved toy. I'll be back.
Okay. So the whole idea for this is going to be pinning another bear guy down. It's just going to be staring down at it, and the
Oh my
scythe armor is going to be piercing his head.
God. Wow.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
There's nothing about this that I don't love. I'm 100% on board with this.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, so yeah, the silicone mat, yeah, it's just you can find them on Amazon. I think a 5-pack of this was like $5 or something.
Yeah,
cool.
they're-
You don't need a big one for this anyway. So
Yeah, are they for cooking or are they for sculpting?
if you're looking on Amazon, look for the ones that are for candle making.
Can't.
Oh,
there you
okay.
go.
Those are the smaller ones. The big ones are-
What the fuck was that? That was awesome.
That was in stereo. That was great.
That's madness. Everyone was like, "Ah,
Hey, that's just life here, guys.
I thought it was like my sticky mat here. That's all.
Oh, you got the sticky mat? Wait, let's go over to Bailey real quick and see the sticky mat. Hold on, Bay.
I
Oh, for your
have,
phone?
Oh yeah, look, there's it's a sticky mat.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's for like bead craft and things like that.
Because the things stick to it.
Ah,
Yeah.
weird.
So
So you
I
want
have
the
a few
opposite
Greeblies
of
right
that.
there.
yeah."
yeah, I mean, it still works like that. It won't slide on my cutting board at all.
Yeah.
So if I needed to hold something down, like last week, I was using it to hold the torso while I was cutting it in half.
Hmm.
So
So
it works out well for that. Just the magic sculpt won't stick to it. That's what I needed it for, basically.
That is great.
Gotcha. So basically, the antithesis of Bailey's sticky mat,
Exactly.
Basically.
Yeah,
non-sticky
fantastic.
mat.
And it still kind of works. Like it's still pretty sticky for anything else,
Right.
but it won't stick to the magic sculpt at all
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
any other putties.
I got you.
I'm still trying to steal one of my wife's baking sheet liners. It looks just like that to see if it does the same thing, but she hasn't let me get away with
I
it
think
yet.
it would.
It's basically a small baking sheet.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Nice.
Hitting Amazon
That's
right now.
what I'm working on today.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Bailey, I'm thinking about that too. I'm about ready to go to Amazon and see if I can find these things.
they're little cutie
I'll
ones.
post the link once you switch to someone else.
Oh man, the Pumpy Monkey Baby's looking good there, Freddie.
I love Bucky Monkey Baby.
That was honestly like one of my favorite commercials. Puppy
I
Monkey
think
Baby.
it was everyone's favorite commercial that year.
I mean, it was great. Puppy Monkey
Ooh,
Baby. All right, Freddie. Thank you, sir.
$6.
No problem.
Appreciate it. We'll check back in here in a little bit. Let's go over to George, Mr. Old School Gunpla.
Hey, George.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, George.
Hey.
Now,
You
George,
got
it would seem that we have an announcement from you.
We do?
Do we?
Well, I guess we do. Just what I'm going to be building.
Project?
Is there anything else?
I mean, I think that's it.
Yeah. So no, just I
What do we?
figured time to launch a new project. So I'm going to be building this Southern Cross kit from, I believe this is from 1980 something.
Dig it.
Yeah. So anybody ever remember watching the Robotech series? This is the middle forgotten series, Southern Cross, and each of the characters basically had sort of like a body armor.
Yeah.
And this is the body armor. So it's all it's interesting because it's actually got something that's like a precursor to polycaps, but they're not quite as soft as polycaps, but they're not hard like typical plastic.
Right.
So
Unicaps.
and most of these are probably going to get tossed because I think I'm going to take. I keep forgetting the gentleman who does it, but there's somebody who does a lot of serious mods in order to kind of make these things more modernized, and I think I'm going to do something like that. So I might actually get polycaps and a couple other things for these things.
Yeah, I was going to say you could just swap them out for modern polycaps.
Exactly. Yep. It's going to require mod. What's that, Courtney?
We have them laying around everywhere. We should all just send you an extra copy.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'll let you know if I need any. I think I got a bunch kicking around. I'll take a look, but that's what we got going on. So I'm looking forward to starting this tonight. I'm kind of excited.
That's
nice. Cool. Very cool, man. Well, thank you for being with us, George. We always appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Good stuff. All right, let's go over to Mike Wine. Mikey, I muted you so we couldn't hear your airbrush, so unmute yourself there, buddy. While we wait for Mike. He's painting. There he is.
There I am.
There you are. Oh my
it was that loud, guys.
God, look at this monstrosity. What the hell are you doing?
Oh, I finally got this piece finished, actually. I started at a bunch of seams. There's a huge ass seam across the front of this cap, right down the middle. And then these two, I completely sanded off and then put them back on with block plate on the bottom. So I'm just priming, doing some painting tonight. So I set everything up in the garage here. I finally got my missile tubes done. I think it came out really good. I'm super happy with the teamwork.
That is the giant Robotech kit?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a funny way to say Macross. Yeah, this is the 120 scale Gerwalk. And I've got some other parts here that I'm finishing. These are the leg armor.
Oh, man.
Yeah, last time I was on, you were just like kind of going over some seam removal and stuff. So
yeah, I'm still doing seam removal.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I would get. I mean, shit.
I mean, here, like for instance, this is the arm, obviously, and then there's multiple seams here. There's also one right down the side, straight down the middle. But this is going to be covered up with the armor, so I'm not too concerned about that. But I still had to get rid of
that. Yeah.
This piece here, see, this is what will go on there.
Oh, gotcha.
So, it'll be a little bit easier to understand. But one of the things I kept finding stuff, this is why I'm still doing seam work, because I keep finding, and particularly this piece for the leg, it actually, the factory piece stopped right here. There was no spot here, so when you put it on the leg, let's see here, so it's going to be kind of hard to see, but when you put it on the leg, there was a cap right here along that front edge, and I kept finding these little gaps everywhere, so that's why I back in and resculpt some more stuff, put some block plate in and sand it.
It's like a never-ending refinement on this thing.
Yeah, I'm just probably going overboard with it, but I just don't want to see these stupid little gaps.
The kit that keeps on seaming.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah. Here's the the main gun. There was a huge seam going down the center. So it was fun, real fun getting the seam out of the middle here. The barrel. I left this apart because I'm actually putting an LED in here for targeting camera. So once that's in, then I can put this together and mount it to the back.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, you walk out in the street with that thing and you're going to get pulled over by the cops.
I mean, I don't have the actual gun pod with me. It's upstairs, but it's
Or Mulder and Scully.
huge.
Yeah.
But here's another thing I'm pretty particularly happy with was this folded fin section. I think I brought this up in one of our earlier broadcasts.
Yeah.
There was a huge ass hole right in the middle here. So I completely filled that and puttied it, sanded it, rescribed it. So
Dang.
you virtually
It's like
cannot
a
see
ninja
it.
star.
What was that?
Ninja Star.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's good.
now I can actually paint that and it'll look really a lot better than I did before.
It looks good already.
I have
Yeah.
I got one piece that's actually painted here. The note section. It actually has the color of actual.
Oh, man, that looks nice.
So I'm gonna put some red LEDs in here. I have to wait until I get everything. All those there's a plate.
Now, Mike, is that a true white, or is that more like an ivory kind of off-white color?
It's off white. It's actually.
Yeah.
I'm doing all these off of the Hasagawa color chart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was gonna say.
So if you guys are familiar, this is 316. If you guys want to know exactly what color it is, there's no custom mix on that one. It's just straight out of the bottle.
What paints are those?
Mr. Color,
Oh yeah.
Mr. Color Lacquers.
So, Mike, real quick for us, you're what? This is a favor that we're asking you to do here. I need you to catalog and keep track of all the jars that you've used to paint this thing.
Oh, yeah.
And we need an tally on how much paint.
Yeah, 'cause it's a tiny bottle.
Yeah.
There's three
There's
right there.
stuff.
That's just primer.
Holy shit.
That's just primer. And yeah,
Fine, bulk, man.
And the funny thing is you can get 3 of those jars thinned down out of one of those jars.
yeah, I put them all in here. I put them in this little glass.
Yeah. So instead of 3, you're talking more like 9.
Probably. But again, I've done so much resanding and repriming and resanding and seam work and prime again. These pieces are really looking nice. These are almost ready to paint. There's a couple little things to finish. Like one of these, I was rescribing these lines because the seams they glued together. They didn't quite line up, so I had to rescribe them. And my chisel ran off on me on this side.
Oh, hell.
Ooh.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So I had to putty that and resand that. So that's almost ready to go. I'm going to put it tonight.
Those arms.
I've actually decided, I think this is a good idea. This is what I'm going to do. I was thinking, how am I going to wire this entire kit and have all these wires go all the way up to the bottom? But I think I'm going to do it in a modular format where I've got these connectors anyway, so I might wire up one section, have a plug. So when I go to assemble it all, plug in each one of the circuits as I go down the line. That's
Nice. So just basically have what, the little pins and everything?
yeah, like where this is a big wide open hole. There's really nothing there. It slides onto another tube that comes off the.
Right.
Easy to have just a plug hanging out there. Like plug in and then install the piece.
Right. I got you.
Circuit on down the line rather than having to try to run wires. This whole thing. They're so long. They're so big. It's using yards of wiring just to get
Gotcha.
There actually is a. In fact, I'll take it off here. So.
Whoops.
Yeah. Cover up this bowl. I have this bowl installed. Take that off so everybody can see this real quick. Last thing, sorry guys. This is it. Okay. I know I I think I showed that before, but I didn't actually have it installed. So
Oh yeah.
there it is. 8mm straw hat, flat LED.
Nice.
Cool.
But lights up nicely. There'll be another 5mm further on down in the armor.
Hey, Mike, show us the cockpit.
Oh, cockpit is upstairs. I can go get it and you come back to me.
All right, never mind.
No worries. I can go get that.
Nice. Yeah, we can see it next time we check in.
Yeah. No worries. That's
Cool. All right. Awesome, Mikey. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for being on. Appreciate it. We'll come back to you here.
All right.
Let's go over and check in with Phil. Philly, what are you working on, buddy?
Hey guys, I'm
Bill.
howdy.
What's up?
I am in the middle of trying to finish this painting commission that I'm way overdue on. I can't really work on anything else until I'm done with that. So
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, guys. My kiddo's in here. Nora, honey, I need you to go. I need you to go right now. Thank you.
Hi, Nora.
Oh,
Listen to her adorable little American accent.
Bam.
it's pretty good.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah.
But yeah, not a tremendous lot going on that would probably be that interesting to Gunpla guys right now. Sorry, y'all, but I'm just trying to get this thing finished up.
Oh, hey man, there's a lot of crossover. You don't even know.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
But pretty soon I'll be getting back to work on that like kind of Buddhist looking jinx that I was starting to work on.
Oh yeah.
I've got like that Zaku 2 build along for the Four Horsemen thing. I got stuff. I got things I got to finish.
You got stuff.
I have projects. I'll be okay.
So for someone who's not initiated into like minis like I am, tell us what we got going on here. What are we looking at?
Honestly, I don't really know. It's for a game I've never played by a sculptor that I've never painted anything from before.
Okay.
So it's all kind of new territory for me.
Okay.
So it's not like 40K or anything.
No, it's some game called Infinity. It's like a Spanish thing. Like they're really nicely sculpted. I don't know. Sadly I don't have a whole lot of like nerd input on these things or anything.
And they're pewter, right?
What's that?
What are they made of? Yeah, the pewter.
Yeah, these are actual white metal, which is rare these days. The Chinese kind of cornered the market on tin, so there's not a whole lot of metal models getting made right now. So pretty much everything's gone over to plastic or like some kind of like resin plastic hybrid or whatever. So it's actually kind of fun to be working on actual metal stuff again because I haven't in years.
Is the painting process any different?
Not really. Sometimes like different primers work better or worse with different materials, but I don't think that's really the case very much. Like really more than anything, it's a question of weight and like ease of modification. Like it's definitely harder to chop up a chunk of lead than it is to chop up a little bit of plastic. But I'm not really doing any modifications on these. It's all just straight paint jobs because honestly, they're really nice sculpts. I don't know what I'd improve on most of them.
Nice.
So that's kind of fun.
Now, is that red metallic?
Yeah, it's the Vallejo Mecha color line.
Nice.
It's
Very
like
good
super,
stuff.
It's like a super like rosy pink metallic instead of like true red. I used them on the eyes on that big like plague marine demon that I made.
Right.
And they take glazes really well. Like I shaded them with brown to get into the cracks and the like all the like mesh stuff that I did on the eyes.
What glaze are you using? Using Vallejos or using like
I usually just make my own.
Okay.
Just out of like
Liquid
glaze medium and glaze medium mixed with whatever paint and some water.
Okay.
But sometimes I'll use pre-made stuff. It just depends on what's handy.
I know. I see the Citadel handle, so I was thinking you're using what is it, Lamian?
Nah, I mean that stuff's cool. Honestly, most of the time with that stuff, I just use water. It's easier and easier to control. And I don't really like putting chemicals on my paint unless I absolutely have to.
Like especially for hand painting.
Yeah, well, and I think we talked about that before too. Like you and I both have kids running around. You know, we don't want to put a bunch of chemicals and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
I hear you. That Mecha color metallics, they really go on nice though.
Yeah, they do.
For hand
And-
painting or airbrushing.
Yeah, and the thing I was stoked about, especially with the glazes, was that they didn't it takes the glaze nicely and it doesn't really kill the glow.
I was
or
wondering
kill the shine.
because they do separate a bit when you mess with them too much. You know, like it separates the mica pigment a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, I don't really mess with the paint itself.
Mhm.
I haven't screwed around with that other than just thinning it with water a little bit. But making a glaze to cover it with, like a lot of times, I mean, you know, especially with metallics, it'll kill the shyness of it when you start glazing it. But this stuff, it actually just intensifies the color and it retains the shine. So that's kind of cool.
Nice.
So Phil, real quick, so for somebody like me who's not indoctrinated to hand painting in any way, shape, or form, glazes. Explain that to us, and I guess everybody else that might be watching. What's the equivalent to that we might understand to what glazes are?
That's kind of the biggest problem with trying to like describe or talk about miniature painting versus Gunpla stuff, because it's all the same stuff. It's just you guys have your own lingo for everything.
Yeah.
I think you guys call them filters.
Okay.
Like
it's an oil wash, right?
Yeah, well, not in this case.
Different.
In this case, it's just using like a really thin acrylic to tint a color. Like the idea is that you'll start with a base tone, highlight up, and then put a glaze over the top of it to kind of unify the colors.
Or a shade in the case of Citadel's like Games Workshop stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, their stuff is it's not like a traditional wash. It's more like, honestly, it's a lot like floor polish. I'm not really into the stuff that much personally, but it's all right.
Okay, I got you. That actually makes total sense now.
Yeah, a glaze is basically just a filter. It's there to it intensifies color and kind of tones down a highlight a little bit while still leaving it there.
I got you. Interesting. Okay. Because I mean, there's like I said, I mean, there's so many different terms that obviously is comes from the mini painting world, but I mean, just hearing you talk about them and the context and everything, I knew there was some sort of equivalent.
Yeah, there's usually an analog between both. Not always, but usually. You just kind of have to talk to people for a minute and figure, oh, you're talking about this. Okay.
Right.
You'll get there. Every nerd's got their own lingo, so just kind of sort it out.
Nice. Yeah, I think the term filter really comes from like armor guys. That's kind of where I heard it the first time.
Yeah.
And it's slowly made its way over, to Gunpla and stuff like that. So interesting. Very cool.
There are a lot of things like that, though. You're right. It'd be nice to have like enough model painters from different scenes to like sit down and actually like kind of codify everything a little bit. Just be like, can we just stop like making this black magic? We're all saying the same thing.
Right.
It takes all the fun away.
Yeah, right.
We need like a Magna Carta of the of modeling terms over here.
Stone for painting.
Rosetta Stone, yeah.
Or Rosetta Stone or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Jesus. Nice. It might be something we have to work on, you guys.
I'm here to help.
Nice.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, I'm sure I'll have other questions for you once we come back, because those are looking really cool. I like that. I dig that red color, man.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's definitely a little gimmicky for me, but I just this poor guy. He gave me his commission like seriously 2 years ago, and I forgot about it. And I feel so bad. And he's like the nicest dude ever. So I'm trying to do something kind of zazzy for him, so he feels a little bit less bad that I spaced it
for 2 years.
Spaced it.
Sorry, sir, if you're watching.
Sorry, Phil.
Hey, Phil, I got a question for you, mate.
Yeah,
how much to drink that bucket of whatever that is on your desk?
The paint water? You guys have painted in acrylic before, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
almost exclusively.
The sad truth is that I could, and it wouldn't do anything other than make me really angry at myself. So, plus one for acrylics, yo, non-toxic.
So what you're saying is
yeah, I'm not doing it. So.
So you're saying
you already stated that it's not going to do anything to you.
You're saying there's a chance.
All right, so
no one wants to do it, but
for everyone in the chat, we're going to start taking up a collection.
Nice.
Go ahead,
GoFundMe.
get your pledges in,
It
and
was, it was
we'll see what
previously
we can
the Brian Watch 2019 fund.
do. Yeah.
That's been dissolved. Sorry, Brian.
That's fine. I'm very fine with that.
Oh man, good stuff. Well, thank you, Phil. Appreciate it. We'll check back in with you here in just a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Good stuff, man.
Good to see you guys. Thanks for having me again.
Nice, absolutely. Let's go back over to Bailey. Bailey, dude, what do we got going on here with this little FZ, man?
Not going to see much because I'm adding some photo-etch details to it.
Excellent.
So I've had a couple of these for quite a while now. But I don't know. There was a guy that was leaving and heading to California in our local group. So he's selling off all his stuff.
Oh man.
And I had maybe about 4 or 5 of these things beforehand, but he posted up his entire photo-etch collection, plus some 100 Zaku Xeon hands.
Okay.
For like, I think I gave him like $20, and
Oh my
I
God.
got just all of these things here. Some of them I had already, but it just like that's not even it right there. I've got like other ones here.
Oh,
You got all of that for $20?
Yeah, something like that, and the Xeon hands. But if anybody knows, Xeon hands are too big anyway. But yeah, so I'm just gonna add a few bits here and there. I'm trying out a technique that I kind of workshop with a friend of mine to pre-drill the holes, and then you're not going to see this, but it's there. Put the photo etch on a millimeter rod.
Yeah. Yep.
And then just peg it in so it centers on its own.
Okay.
And it goes right into it. So pop it in there. And this is my second one because I cut it, and right when we switched to fill, it dropped on the ground. So, so yeah. So let's try again.
Nice.
But aside from that, that's pretty much what I'm gonna work on tonight. I think.
That's
I'll
awesome.
continue doing some
nice
Greevely-ish kind of stuff on the sucker.
Man, you got better than Taobao prices on that photo etch, dude.
I got a Taobao one too. It was surprising. I got the U-Star one.
Yeah. How is that compared to the Steel Soul?
I can tell you, looking at it immediately, the stamping or whatever they're doing for these is just a little off center. I feel you can pick up any of these Steel or Ocean Spirit, whatever they are, and they're just perfectly aligned, perfectly centered, everything.
Yep.
U-Star one, the quality of the metal is probably the same, but like I said, the print is a little bit off center on them, so kind of back up, but it's cool. And
I kind of find that with everything on U-Star, they're they're decent, but they're not amazing.
Yeah. So I pull in some of my old stuff. This, and I have another one somewhere in here. I think I don't remember where it is, but I got these, and Tim, you know what I'm talking about. I got these almost 20 years ago.
Dude, I have like the same ones that are
exactly. And
on my big board.
I have some other ones like these right here. Like same thing. I bought these about 20 years ago and still have them. Or they were for my Gym Sniper 3.
Right.
I don't think you'll get them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think those things are like gone. I mean, I think Hobby Search they might have had a restock on them.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, but I think all of us, especially back then, like seeing those for the first time, I thought they were absolutely amazing, and I bought a bunch of them. And dude, like they're literally taking up dust.
Yeah,
collecting dust on my pegboard right now.
I can agree with that. Yeah, I have been stacking Kodo ones instead. Was his wave still? Like I've been, pulling in Kodo stuff as soon as I can find them. I grab them.
Oh yeah.
But the ball joints. I do like the ball joints though.
Yeah, the wave ball joints are good. The Kodo ones are pretty good too. So, but from what I've heard, the yellow submarine ones, the clear ones.
What?
Yeah, the yellow submarine ball joints are probably the best that you can get, from what I've heard.
I'll check that out.
Yeah. Obviously, super obscure. Nobody talks about yellow submarine anymore. They used to be the stuff back in the day, but
Hey, Tim.
Yeah, man.
Who's Yellow Submarine?
Yellow Submarine is obviously a Beatles song, but it's also a niche modeling company in Japan. From what I understand, and I might be wrong on this, Max Watanabe is the owner.
Oh, really?
Of Yellow Submarine. They got a store and everything in Tokyo, in Akihabara and everything that is really a cool store to go into. Because they have a little bit of everything.
That's word around my house. Right?
What's that?
It's a cuss word around my house right now.
Yeah.
Max.
Yeah. Max of Max Factory. Yeah. So, and obviously of, Hobby Japan fame, but, yeah, they make some really cool parts still. And the ball joints especially are like amazing from what I've heard. So
cool. Good for them.
Yeah. But, they've been around for a while, long while. So, but, cool. Now, Bailey, are you going to, Animazement tomorrow?
Yeah, it's funny you know about it. Yeah, I mean, I guess Joel's post. Yeah, I'm gonna be on the cutting mat's gonna be on the Gunpla panel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice. We're gonna and another kind of Gunpla leader here, John McClay. We're gonna do the kind of beginning intro. It's the same thing. Joel and John have done it a couple of years now. But the cutting mat is gonna make our debut. As a podcast at Animazement, and provide some tips and suggestions, and then there's a build day on Sunday at Animazement as well.
Nice.
So it should be good.
Dude, I swear my schedule is always like the worst because no, like I have a bachelor weekend this weekend. Like my wife is off at her in-laws with the kid and everything. But if it wasn't for having an episode of Gunpla Talk tomorrow, I'd probably swing down there.
Yeah, I mean it should be good fun. I mean for the most part it's it's an anime convention. We've already had a couple of our community members going and scouting out all the P Bandai kits and things like that. And having a good time posting videos on Facebook. But it's basically an anime convention. I've seen previous ones where they had like a Japanese themed area to learn about the culture and the history and things like that. I don't know if they're keeping that up this time. I haven't really checked out the schedule, but in the very least for us, we're using it as more of a jumping off point to really drive it home that hey, Gunpla is blowing up.
Yeah.
I know you guys checking out Donnie's post whenever he goes to a new place, and
oh god, yeah,
he hits up a hobby shop. But the thing about it is like it's like regular, not just hobby towns, but just hobby shops in general. And you see him pan, and it's like Gunpla just nonstop. But it was Hobby Works in Maryland that he was at recently.
Yeah,
and it's just like, let's get this momentum going, and we'll probably make some discussion about the different competitions that we have. You have IPMS going on, SCGMC, SabatenCon. I was on with Chris on his live stream earlier.
Oh, nice.
And different things that are picking up. So it's really become an interesting thing. You see the previous videos that Joel posted about that build thing, and that room is packed,
right?
Whenever they do it, and it's just an intro thing, but it is packed with people coming out to it at this this anime convention. So I think I think we're on to something here, guys.
Man, I hope it pays off after 20 years in this damn hobby. I've been waiting for this hobby to take off, you know. Jeez. But yeah, like you mentioned, Donnie, man. Shout out to Donnie. He's out there in the chat on YouTube. So
Oh, cool.
yeah. So
Hey, Donnie.
all right, Bailey. We'll come back to you here in a little bit.
Cool.
Let's switch back over to Brian. Brian,
Oh,
look at this. He's got the gloves on and he's got the little sculpting tool. What are we doing here, man?
I am adding some filler to these crazy legs that I'm working on here. I wanted to add some sort of, I don't know, detail element to it. So, oh, you can't see that's absolutely fucking blown out, isn't it?
It is what it is.
I'll turn it over. Here you go. You can see this side.
Oh, there you go.
That's rough.
Oh.
Let's pull a clean one up. Here we go. Here's a clean one. So I just added a couple of ports to the side.
Oh, cool.
And I've just been sculpting out to fill in my my styrene work here. So wow, that is really blown out in it. Let's see if I can get it to work. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So like I've got my my piston here.
Brian, are those the resin casted things?
Yeah,
from
yeah.
your-
Those are the lower resin cast legs, and then that is the shoulder
is
from
cool.
the Gusian
That is cool.
Full City. So I figured, you know, you got these crazy spider leg kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm making this ridiculous thing for OMC. So that's what this is going down. But yeah, I'm using Abe's epoxy sculpt. Kim was talking about fillers on one of his recent live streams. And
Yeah.
I chimed in and said, Abe, this is good. And here I am using it. So that's a thing.
Nice.
I use Abe's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard really good things about Abe's. And like Freddy had mentioned before, I used to actually use Magic Sculpt back in the day. But yeah, I mean, I think it's all fairly similar.
Yeah.
So as long as it works, you know, that's the big thing.
Exactly. That's what matters. Is if you can get it to work for you how you want it to, then whatever. Use a fuck.
Exactly. Yeah. So you were gonna talk about the pistons and everything.
Yeah, I added these. So I made these pistons here. There's a lot of pistons in this. I've had a bunch more that I still need to add and some other elements, but I'm not really going to go too deep into it. But yeah, these little custom pistons with their like their tension meters. I made this. You can't see it, damn it all. It's just too fucking bright in here. Let me get a piece of paper. Ditch those gloves.
This is going to be a quadruped, like
Yep.
like a touch
at
climber or
least
something.
at least 4 legs.
Okay, cool.
Let's see here.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And there we go. So that's upside down. This is more or less right side up. And yeah, they fit. It fits into this this chassis that I made out of Gusian crotches, essentially. And
Goosey crotch.
yeah, you know, a little bit of giggity. But yeah, they all fit in, and
That crotch is Gucci.
yeah, and it's got some decent actuation, and it holds itself up, and it looks kind of neat.
Yeah.
I had to like add some extra legs.
This is gonna be big.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be probably at least 16 inches tall when I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be this crazy 2-headed like dragon mech. So,
I'm into it.
but yeah, so I made these pistons from scratch because why not? And I added these cool little dials to them, so if I can get it to focus on that. I did for a second before. Let me get a poker here to point. Come on, focus, buddy. There we go. So I cut these little things off here, and I've got airplane decals, so I'm going to take some gauge dials and decal them shits on there and add hard lines to this cylinder. This is essentially like the tension cylinder to adjust the amount of draw that this has. So I'm trying to add as much realism to this thing as I can. And then with these 2 funky ports here, I can add either add some hoses if I want to, or I can add some like split out wires or something. I want to give it some, some more, give it more realism. Try and bring a world to it, make it have a home.
Right. Nice.
Now, in addition to this stuff that I'm scratch building, I got some of these things. These are
what do we got?
Called puzzle models.
Puzzle models.
Right. So essentially, it's 1 to 6 guns. Like got a whole.
So I got this small arsenal for
making it rain.
I got a bunch, and then I got another one because you can't just get one; you gotta get 2, so you can have doubles. But it's got like M16. What is it? Let me look at this thing here.
Oh, it's sort of like
AK-47,
little armory.
DSR-1, QB. Yeah, exactly. You've got the M82A1 sniper with the tripod, the chain guns. So I kind of want to add some arsenal to this mech. I'm going to mess with the scale. So it's going to be really tall, but it's going to be kind of a funkier scale, like maybe more like 1/35th scale than like a 1/100, like gigantic Goliath. But so I got these guns to F with. They're pretty sweet. They're really cheap on eBay.
I was gonna say, so break one of these open. Let's see what these are. Are they off runner? Or what are we?
It's all off runner.
Yeah.
The detail is, where's my piece of paper?
Because the chat's going crazy right now. They wanna see what's doing with this stuff.
Oh, okay. Essentially, they give you all the parts, all clipped off. Everything is pretty clean, to be honest with you. It's basically plug and play, set to go. You get a little bit of instructions that just plain Jane tell you how to put the thing together.
Okay.
And it all snaps together without any glue or anything. And my buddy Jeff Longman, you guys might know him from the internet. And he pointed them out to us on the Discord, and I was like, heck yeah. And I bought as many as I could get my hands on at the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, right. Pretty cool.
So, what a couple people are asking, like, what scale roughly do you think those are?
These are 1/6 scale.
1/6? Okay.
Yeah, that was at least that's what they were labeled as on. I can't read that.
So that might be good for 1/100 and up.
Yes, exactly. That was kind of the plan. I'll snap one together here once we go to somebody else, and we'll take a look at it when we get back with
Sweet.
my various models.
That's awesome.
Cool.
I might have to Taobao these.
Yeah. Do it. They're 4D puzzle models. Is what they're called.
4D puzzle model. Okay.
Yep.
Everybody remember that.
4D puzzle model.
There we go. Awesome.
Glad to help.
Good stuff, man. That's all. No, it's a good find, man. So thank you to Jeff out there too.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, are those Chinese or what are these? What's the country of origin?
I don't know.
No? Okay.
I can find out though.
Well,
very easily.
I mean, you can find everything on Taobao. So
yeah.
So,
I got them on eBay.
Hub of the world. Nice. Very cool. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing one of those things put together. I want to see how it looks. So
yeah, I'll put this together here.
Awesome. Good stuff. All right, we're gonna go over to Craig now. Craig, looking at this Zaku here. Oh, wait 1 second. Dwidget, Therno Games and Hobbies is over there on the good old chat, and he says the country of origin for those things is China. So they are Chinese.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, right. So you can either get them from Therno or maybe even Taobao if you're adventurous enough to go there.
Buy them now before the 25% price increase.
Oh, Christmas.
Yeah. I don't even want to think about that. But hey, let's look at these. Let's look at this Zaku that Craig's working up here. Craig, talk us through this, man. What do we got going on?
So this is the Zaku that's going to be in the trees for my GWC entry. So just standard out of the box colors. This is all done in SMS paints. This is not pre-mixed. It's just a British interior color, I think, that Scott had.
Cool. Nice.
It's just super nice, and they do a really nice German grey as well.
Excellent.
The chipping was just done with the mid chipping color. Anyone that knows me knows that I've got like 6 bottles of that.
I love that color too.
It's so good. And just around the chips, I've done some highlighting with just a lightened down version. So I'm not sure if you can see. It's probably easier to see on like the darker green color. You see where I've highlighted the chips there, like that.
You do like a lighter tone of green, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get that two.
It just brings back. It's very stylized. This one here, it's very. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of crazy over the top. But I kind of wanted to put a bit of stylistic flair in there. So what I've been doing is kind of what Phil was doing. Putting a filter on, so glazing, whatever. I'm just doing whatever you want to call it.
Google translate that for me, please.
Yeah, right.
I've just been using the MIG oil blusher Starship filth. I normally use artist oils, but I haven't put any out on cardboard to get rid of all the linseed, so I'm just using this stuff. Essentially, this has been matte coated, so the oil's just sort of soaking into that matte coat and just doing little blotches of color.
Do you like that color?
I do.
I have some, but I haven't used it yet. The Starship fill.
And this is a jungle Zaku as well, so I kind of want it to be a bit oily and kind of wet looking, because without going a full gloss, so putting a bit of an oil coat over the top, it kind of gives you that little bit of a sheen that it's sort of in a tropical area. So that's what I'm working on.
Like it's sweating.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's the head done. That's all wired up. Last night, I'm pretty technologically retarded. But last night I managed to program the Nano to program a Nano. The reason I'm using a Nano is so that I can use this big battery block, because this is going to be at 2 days of GBWC and 3 days at Model Expo if I can get my finger out. So I just want the battery to last, because at Model Expo I'm probably going to drop my head off for the day. I just want it to be able to be on the whole time.
That's awesome.
So yeah, what I'll do is I'll finish off the rest of this oil wash on this, let it dry for a couple of days, and then it's ready to mount on the diorama. Pretty much, I'm not doing too much pigment except for around the feet. And again, like I did with the other one, I'll put some leaves and stuff on top. But yeah, finish line is close. It's finally getting to the point where I can see this thing finishing.
Hey, Craig, when are you starting the resin?
Yeah, I was going to ask that too.
Everybody's dying. Like, when are you starting the resin?
I've never asked that question, have I, Craig?
As soon as I finish this stream, I'm heading down to get some.
Nice.
I've got the tint. I'm just using Woodland Scenics tint. I'm not going to risk trying to mix acrylic paints in, because apparently that can get resin up and make it not cure properly. So I'm just going to use that Scenic stuff. I've done all the calculations because I've had to do conversions from freedom units to metric.
Oh yeah.
James recommended some low temperature one, right, or something?
Nah, I know the one he's talking about. This is just a hardware store, a fiberglass resin, but I'm only pouring a half centimeter.
I'll pour it for you anyway, mate.
Yeah, it's not going to cook too hot. But yeah, the only other thing I've been working on since then is this beer. My daughter bought me another one. How's that for parenting?
Nice.
Wow, dude.
Mission accomplished.
And yeah, like I said, I've been working on anything else. For Model Expo this year, I'm working on this little R2D2.
Oh, cool.
All right.
So I've done a bit of chrome work here. Candy coat.
Candy blue, baby.
Candy blue. So yeah, it's getting there. I've got to put all the electronics in here somehow and feed it through the foot at the bottom there. That's a bit of pressure because that's 2 weeks away.
Oh, geez.
And I want to try and get this done. For that, it's kind of a stretch goal for me to finish in time. I'm not going to rush it to make it, but
yep.
If I could get it to Expo, that'd be great, because I actually don't have a lot to take to Expo this year.
Right. Now, when's GBWC for you guys? How long do you
It's July 13. The entries are in, I believe.
Okay, so you got a little time.
Yeah.
Now, now going back to the resin? Let me ask you about this because, trust me, it can go sideways real quick, and I know Brian can attest to this too.
I know.
What's the cure time of the resin that you're going to be using?
About 24 hours.
Yeah, it's super slow cure, like a standard.
Oh, 24? Okay.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah, then that should be. I think that should be fine then, because that's not gonna create as much heat as something like that cures in 3 or 4 hours or whatever.
Right.
No, and I've spoken to James extensively, and I know he's used the same stuff. Scott Taylor's used the same stuff.
Not enough time to work the bubbles out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I said if you're doing a 10 mil pour, you'll be fine, and I'm going half of that. So
Shouldn't have an issue. You can kiss it with fire, but you don't have to.
Well, that's true. The only thing I'm worried about is my dam holding, so I might do a bit of bolstering of that before.
Yes.
Because
Yeah, so you had the masking tape up there.
Yeah, and I've used a bead of wood glue along the tape as well to sort of seal it in. But
That's smart, yeah.
It's the sides. It's on the sides that I'm worried about, but
yeah,
we'll see how it goes. I'll just make it work. It has to work.
Yeah.
Do you have like modeling clay or anything around? You should definitely keep some of that on hand, something kind of soft, because it works really well for plugging a hole if you want to curse randomly. You can just like download a little bit of that shit up, plug it right in there. That's what I usually, and make sure it's non-sulfuric as well, just because the sulfur sometimes fucks with like curing and things. So
right,
no worries. That's a good idea. Actually, I'll use that.
Yeah,
definitely use that.
Nice. Now,
that's what we are.
What are you going to do for like water effects? Anything you got planned?
So I'm stealing a Luke Tower method and using gloss Mod Podge. Just blotch it on and then just airbrush it.
Nice.
That'll dry nice and clear and have nice little ripple effects. And then we have some Woodland Scenics water effects to sort of do like the wake of the RX going through the water, and a bit of white stuff around the reeds and things like that.
Sweet.
I've been watching a lot of those vids. Those things seem like so much fun. I'm gonna have to do that with my Zugok or something.
There you go.
Nice. Oh, he's a beast. He's an absolute beast.
Luke Towen, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Shane and Courtney can attest to this. Robbie Gundam Taz, Mod Podge's gloss is his absolute favorite material to work with.
For water diodes, I mean, all you just got to pour it on, man.
Yeah, but
straight up Mod Podge.
Oh man, sorry, it's a bit of an inside joke.
That's the word.
He's a big fan of glitter as well, apparently.
Yeah, right.
Glitter, Mod Podge. Oh, yeah. He loves glitter.
Oh,
loose glitter.
Oh, awesome, Craig, man, this is looking great, dude.
Thanks, man. We started it in January, so it's been a long time coming, and I really wanted to be at the resin stage a bit earlier to give myself kind of plan B time, but whatever, it'll work.
Man, I'm sure you'll be fine, brother. I'm sure you'll be fine because this is looking great.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
So you're doing great, dude. Doing great. I can't wait to see it done. So awesome. Well, we'll come back to you here in a little bit. Let's go back over to Shane and Courtney.
Hello.
Howdy. Now, Courtney, what? There's got to be some sort of setting for Cherry, right? What is? Well, what's going on with Cherry? Where's he going?
Where's Cherry going?
What happens here at my house is I see little holes in my table of little things, and I think, what could I put there? And so I have a little sculpted cat, that one of my cats, and he fits perfectly in Cherry. So basically, he's just gonna sit on my table with a cat sitting in him.
So we're not gonna get like a Pee-wee like bear guy diorama out of you?
No, I've done my Pee-wee. My Pee-wee diorama is done. It's so cool and perfect. I don't think I could top it. So I've got Gundam stuff in the works. I felt a little detour. I was feeling froggy one day, and I thought I needed a little Cherry.
Nice.
The tchotchke 100%.
Yeah, I just like having tchotchke run. That's it. I love it.
They're handmade, though. That's what makes them amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you guys are talking about resin. I'm curious if anyone ever uses that UV resin. Have you seen that?
Like the UV cure style
Yeah.
resin?
So I follow a lot of people on Instagram that make weird tchotchkes out of that, and it's like they pour it pretty deep, and then it's cured with light. So I'm curious how that would work.
They're pouring it like 2.5 inches thick.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if there's a cost difference in that. But
I don't know. Brian, do you know anything about it?
I have not had any experience with that.
Yeah, neither have I.
Courtney showed me like this one they take and she has like silicone molds, but she puts like LEDs inside of it and then pours just straight. I mean, it's like chocolate layer. I mean, it's like.
But they're clear as glass.
Yeah, it's clear as glass.
And it looks like it's drying without any layers. It looks like it dries
one
perfect.
solid pour.
Yeah.
And then she puts a UV light to it, and then she uncases it, and it's perfect.
That's so awesome.
The problem with Insta videos like that is there's probably a lot of editing that goes into it, so you don't know if she's degassing the resin off screen. No one knows about that. Like she could have a vacuum chamber that she just doesn't show because it's not very attractive or very sensational.
Look at you being all skeptical and shit.
Well, no, I'm trying to be
really
realistic. I'm just being realistic, man. I'm not trying to throw shade.
That's why Courtney said.
No, that's why
I love it.
because like watching German do his thing.
Oh God, German just been
I'm talking about. You might be like, oh, this person did it, and it's going to be awesome, and then you just end up with a hot mess, and then have to refinish your kitchen table or something. It's like
a literal hot mess.
Like times now it seems like, and it's like
it just keeps getting worse.
But man,
yeah,
I love watching his attempts.
How many attempts is he up to now?
I think it's like on 6 or 7. Like honestly, I think it could be 8. I could be wrong. I mean,
God bless him, but man, oh man,
at least 6. At least 6.
You get it.
He's gonna get it. He has to. We're all learning from his failed attempts. So once he figures it out, he just tells me. I mean, whatever the American equivalent to his German shit is, and
yeah,
gotta switch that shit over to freedom units, right, Greg?
That's it.
What that should be? The freedom should not be in that.
Oh, clearly, that's just like inside.
Why is that the term?
Freedom fries.
Freedom fries.
Nice.
I'm just putting some strapping on this axe. I just kind of.
Oh yeah, let's see it.
Get your strap on.
Get my strap on, son.
Oh, it's a party Friday night.
These cats are picking it. We've been losing our shit over
We're
here.
loving this cat. Whose cat is this?
I think it's Freddy's cat.
Oh, it's so good.
Because Freddy muted himself, so I think it's Freddy's.
And it stopped. Yeah, I could. Yeah. Okay.
Oh shit! I was muted the entire time.
What's that?
I was muted the entire time. I didn't notice.
Was that?
It was my cat. It was my cat. I took care of it.
So sweet.
Cat's taking care of it.
Like everybody in the chat's just like, whose cat is that?
It was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's so good.
First, I thought it was my cat.
Right.
I was like, wait, what?
Nice. So, just real quick, guys. A couple of folks in the chat. Squee, Chris Robledo, he said UV resin is expensive. And then Bill Ruslam, he says the UV resin is hard to work with, as any UV light starts the curing process.
Wow.
So yeah, so
makes sense. Yeah.
Seems to me it would be expensive, especially when like those UV light like pin fucking glue shit came out, and it's $8. It was like $10, $20 for like the tiniest little tube of it.
Right.
Have you guys maybe used that at all in modeling?
What's that?
Have you used that at all?
Oh, has anybody used that UV glue? Yeah. Freddy Clem used that stuff a little bit, doesn't he?
Mia stuff.
You can get it, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen him use it. The UV glue or whatever.
I can't remember what application I used. I tried to use it a couple times. In the thought that hey, I can, instead of holding this piece to this piece, I can just put it together with UV glue and then come back with some other glue to make it stronger. And it just doesn't. It doesn't work.
It has something to do with nails, like nails or something.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, because I mean, I think the UV, going back to the resin, the UV resin, isn't that what they use in like SLA 3D printers?
Yeah, I was gonna say that they do. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's mad expensive. Then I can imagine.
That shit is expensive.
So nice. So Shane, let's talk about the strapping here. How did you cut that out?
So I use the chopper.
The chopper.
So I'm using
The chopper.
I basically started with I think this is roughly maybe 3 mil
Okay.
wide. Did a little chopping. Added the bevel on it. I did drilled some holes in it. They are not perfect by any means. They kind of look poopy, but
it's the.
So then I've been using I'm using this
the quick setting, right?
The quick setting. I like it and I don't like it. It has its uses.
I agree.
Like so on this, I will tell you what it sucks at. It's when you're trying to do curves, like so, if you can see on this Mohawk, I've got like a strip that goes all the way down.
Oh yeah.
Also on the shoulder here, these 2 bits that go on this curve. It's very thin. I think it's like 0.5 mil.
Okay.
If you put this extra thin to that, it makes it brittle as fuck.
Really?
Wow.
Really?
So what I'll do is I come in and I'll so on this strip here I put a piece of glue, like I put a drop on one side and then I come back and then I'll slowly bend it down and glue it.
Okay.
If I put a drop of quick there and I come back 10 minutes later and I try to bend it, it just starts snapping.
Really?
Yep. You can see on this I try to do it around this this cylinder. It snapped like 4 times.
Huh.
Jeez.
So in that case, I go and use the regular thin. It doesn't dry as quick, but if you're just doing flat details like this strip, like this strapping here,
it's good for that. Yeah,
it's good. It's great for that. It's great for stacking. It's good for box building too. But if you're trying to do any sort of curved, it is not good.
Yeah, I can see that.
I will tell you, Tim. This is on this guy. I used the Tamiya Extra, the quick setting epoxy putty for the first time.
Yeah.
Like I use that to refine the spikes on the shoulder. I like it. I'm not 100% sold on it. I don't think yet, but
okay.
I'm gonna keep using it.
What are
what I don't like about it? It's a little soft, which I do like for cleanup in that regard. But it's I've like put some detail in it and I've just kind of like undone it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I don't know what it's like. I'm used to Aves being in their little cool containers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the whole like the plastic shit stuck on itself when you're getting it out, and
Yeah.
It's a good product. I just
you don't like the little strips, do you?
I hate that.
Instead of box, you get your scissors out, and it's like all in your scissors, and then, I'm anal, so I've got my fucking digis out, and I'm like weighing it out, like is it exactly the same ratio? And I'm like, I'll scrape this shit off my scissors. That'll work.
You can just eyeball that bitch, really. Just take it easy.
No, man. Hey, I got the digis right here. Might as well use them. Just knock off the other residue and use it. Right?
Nope. Funny. That's funny.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, I didn't know that the quick setting the Tamiya thin, the quick setting stuff made it brittle, because I've used it before. I mean, very, very limited. I just didn't like it because of how quick it's set up. It didn't allow any time for application,
moving around or anything like that.
Well, I'll tell you what I like to do, especially when I replicate parts, like depending on the size of it. So I like to glue the pieces together of sheet, and then I'll like make them uniform.
Okay.
And then take them apart. So like when I make a box, I'll put the 2 sides together and glue them. And then I'll like shear up all the edges and then take them apart and then put, extend the box. And by doing like this shit works great.
Right.
Because you want instant cure, and you don't want to have like extra thin goes on a little too much sometimes, and when you squeeze it, it goes a little, it's like jelly.
Yeah.
It fills in a little too much, and then it's, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
It has its use. I love plastic magic, but it's a little just too hardcore.
Too hardcore.
Well, I mean, it has, if I want to glue a polycap to everything has, the glues are lots of different uses for different glues.
That's true.
I have found, it's weird. I didn't think it, I picked up this bottle because I heard some good reviews about it, and it's definitely making it brittle.
Interesting.
Gotcha. That's weird. I didn't know that. Huh.
Oh, I will tell you, I did. I like so with the Abe epoxy sculpt, like I'll mix up a bit, and I would throw it in the freezer, right? So whatever you don't use, you throw it in the freezer, and then you can get a couple days out of it. I did that with the Tamiya quick epoxy. I used it for 3 days.
Really?
Just a heads up.
Huh. Interesting.
So I have a little I use this is my little putty jar. It's just empty paint bottle.
Okay.
So mix up my little bit. I'll use a little tiny bit, whatever I'm gonna use. I'll throw it in here and I'll put it in the freezer. And I use the same ball of quick for 3 days.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Just heads up.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really, really good call. I mean, I usually, excuse me, I usually save whatever leftover I have, and just let it sit alongside of whatever piece that I puttied up.
Figure out when it finishes.
Yeah, because I mean, heaven forbid you go to press into a piece and it just deforms right in your hands,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I like having a test piece sitting there so I know when it's cured or not. So, but shit, if I make too much, that's a good call.
You can always a little bit there, a little bit there, here,
Yeah, no, that's a good call. It's the catalyst process. Huh.
But so it works on AIDS. I mean, I think it works on any two. Yeah, it just slows it enough to where it was usable for 3 days.
Wow. That's pretty cool, man.
3 days is pretty extraordinary, but yeah, the freezer trick should work on any two-part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phil, I picked up some of the what's it fucking called? It says the best name ever.
Procreate stuff.
Procreate.
I love that stuff.
I have that in my shopping list.
I have yet to use it, but Phil loves this.
A lot of that. I got a lot of pictures from people showing me their stuff they got in the mail, and nobody's made anything with it yet.
Yeah, I got it. This is the thing I got jazzed up and then I use it.
Shane likes to buy shit when he hears about it, and then he'll find it 2 years later and be like, "Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna do that." I do that too. It's okay.
So I have it, Phil. I just haven't used it.
And I'm like, "Yeah, buy it. It sounds awesome."
Oh man.
Enablers.
We all do the same damn thing.
That's what the Amazon shopping list is for, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Not too proud to admit
until it goes out of stock on you.
Right?
Or when you get something like you've had in your cart and you've taken it out to save for later, and then you go back to your shopping cart and you see the prices increase by $6.
Yeah. Gone off Prime or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man, the fun times with Amazon, dude. Fun times. Good stuff. All right. Well, Shane and Courtney, we will be back to you guys here momentarily. Thank you again. Let's go over to Freddy.
What's up?
Fredro, where are we at? Ooh, look at this. He's got some plastic cut.
Yeah, I have my little scythe going right now. Yeah. This thing was looking a little bit too bulky, so I cut off the majority of the plastic that was over it.
Okay.
So I just glued this thing together. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna trim it down a little bit. But this is basically it here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow.
The basic shape for it.
Nice.
It's probably a little bit too long, sticking out too much.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't put the head back on it, but yeah. It's gonna be around that big.
Better to start over.
Amazing.
Yeah, I love it.
God.
I'll probably have to trim that down a little bit because the original size I had.
I mean, it's like Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Meets Nightmare.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bigger than I originally had.
I love the shape you have on those horns, man.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, these horns took a while to actually texture and stuff.
Oh, you nailed it. You nailed it.
Well, and I think the creepy grin really just sets off the horns.
Oh yeah.
Somehow with it toothless, it just.
Yeah, it's giving me a little bit of like Ernie's button smiley from Evil Ernie, if anybody's familiar with that old Chaos Comics book.
I was thinking that scene out of It where it, at the end where it opens its mouth up, the clown.
The deadlights.
Yeah, when you see all the teeth and everything. That's kind of.
Oh yeah. No, it's gonna look kind of like that once they have all the teeth and fit them. But this stuff is still pretty. I did this today. Added like the jaw thing to it. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Hasn't fully. Well, I guess I can start working on it later today. In a little bit. But yeah. So yeah, this is what I have so far for the giant scythe arm thing.
That is awesome.
Great. Yeah. That's great.
So yeah, I'm just gonna run different cables and stuff to it, and we'll see what I can come up with.
I swear, dude, you are like the petite bear guy master over here.
This is only the third one.
I think you're a liar.
Corey's had links. He's done like 7 of them, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I'll defer that title to Corey for now.
That one Gizmo just did when you did your toxic leak one, like the bear guy with the petite guy with the jump pack on it was so good.
Yeah, Jonathan's really
love that thing.
That is good. That is a good look. That is a good look. Jeez.
Okay, that's a little bit better. Not as huge.
Still it's a little more reasonable,
A little bit.
Oh man, that's so great.
I love it. I love it.
So, yeah, I'm gonna detail the fuck out of it.
Put some demonic runes on it and stuff.
That's a good idea.
There you go. You can have that one.
Do that.
Oh man, what's the colors?
With the colors?
Yeah, colors.
Probably going to end up red with the body. Mechanical stuff like rusted iron, maybe.
Okay.
The jaws of life, though, man. Jeez.
Oh yeah, these are just stock. I'm gonna modify these a little bit more. They had like fake pistons molded into the detail here.
Mm-hmm.
I cut those out because I don't like the way they look.
Add some real ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that or cables. We'll see.
There you go.
Still deciding on that.
Nice. I mean, it just keeps getting better and better, dude.
Thanks.
Puppy monkey baby. Awesome.
Oh, it's gonna have tentacles coming out of the chest, so
of course. Don't forget that.
Of course.
Oh, and Team Awful will love that one.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna love you. Very cool, man. Very cool. All right, well, we'll check back in here. Let's go back over to George. George, how are we coming along with this Robotech kit over here?
Pretty okay so far, except that, it's like you kind of sometimes forget how spoiled we are by some of the modern shit. This thing. So let's see if I can actually. So I just kind of quickly assembled the arm, and what's interesting is felt like she just fell apart. So the poly that's actually used here is 2 pieces of softer plastic, and one side slides into the harder plastic. The other side basically just uses 2 very small pegs to keep in place with the pin part, but the hinge part, there's nothing supporting it.
Hold it up a little higher, George.
Yep, I'm sorry. So I'll just pull it apart. So if you take a look at the, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there is no peg on the on this side, so it doesn't really slide into the harder plastic piece.
Right.
The only thing that holds it in place is the 2 pegs, and then you slide a collar over it.
Oh man.
So I look at that, and it's like, so again, this is where you I like the historical side of this. I'm like,
yeah.
My first side is, okay, it's pretty cool that they could actually engineer something like that. And then the other part is, you guys couldn't take it any fucking farther.
The next logical step here would have been
right. Just kind of maybe given half pins on either side. And then the other thing is like on the hand itself, like I'm working on the hand part. again, it's like I understand this is designed way before we use computer modeling or anything like that. But there's the poly that's in there holding the hand.
Right.
The amount of, I'm not even sure if we can see it, but the amount of slop in there.
Oh,
there's next to nothing supporting it. So anyway, the long and the short of it is the exterior is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But there's definitely going to be some serious reworking on this thing to make it, like I said, kind of modernized a little bit.
And it looks like it's got the kung fu grip action going on too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it looks like.
Nice.
But well, like I said, get kind of replaced. And then the other cool thing, just but there are some things that they did that are kind of nifty, like these pieces here. These are the feet. The feet are actually lead.
I was gonna say those look cast metal.
That's exactly what they are.
Wow.
So this will be kind of fun to finish off and paint, because I'm keep looking. Is there anything that kind of covers it? Another piece of plastic? And the answer is I don't think so.
Huh.
And then the last part is on some of the area, like the waist area, where the hips meet up with the torso. It's actually a piece of rubber.
Oh no, the plastic bag. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a plastic bag, exactly. Except it's more like just, well, it's like a formed rubber. And then the same thing with I don't know where these pieces go, whether they're going to go on. I think these actually go on the knee joints, but they got the same thing. It's a couple pieces for the knees too.
Yeah, I mean, for anybody that's ever built the Master Grade Alex 1.0 and any passport kit, they know the dreaded plastic bags.
Yeah, it's it'll be fun to see how it turns out, you know. But hey, we're gonna give it a shot, see what works out.
Oh man, I think you can really sink your teeth into this one.
Yeah, this is so what I'm doing right now is actually just kind of taping it all together. And then after it's all kind of put together, it'll determine, you know, okay, so what am I going to need for pieces to make it better? Right.
No, I mean, I think you can totally re-engineer the entire joint system and really trick it out, man.
That's what I'm going to try to work towards. You know, listen, like I said, I've done some joint work before, but it's never to this degree. So I'm really looking to make this one completely, I guess, rejointed.
Yeah. Man, I think it'll be awesome.
Oh, thank you, man.
You can go farther than you've ever gone before with something like this and really go really nuts on this thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do. Turn it into like a little plastic figure.
Nice.
Little toy.
Now I'm looking forward to this thing, man. I was like, oh man, it's cool. It's cool. It's a Robotech kit. I dig it.
Yeah. But you know, again, it's kind of cool because I watch what you guys do and the labor of love that gets put in. And again, I'm working toward that type of skill set, but I look at stuff like this, like working on these older kits and trying to do something well beyond what the original intention was, because they just never had the ideas and or I shouldn't say they didn't have the ideas. I just wonder what kind of tool sets, what kind of mentality they had when they were working on them, and I don't know. And it's like I don't know, maybe I'm rambling here a little bit, but I love seeing what I can go. What if the original guys who developed this actually were able to just say, what if we could actually use some of the modern technologies, the newer technology, stuff that we don't have at the time, and take it to the next level?
Oh man, if they knew then what we know now, it'd be a completely different story, man.
Totally different story, yeah. Yep.
Jeez, awesome. Well, I'm serious. I can't wait to see what you can do with this thing. I'm kind of excited with this. That's awesome.
I appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Good stuff. All right, let's go over back to Mikey. Mikey.
Oh, wait.
Oh, look at he's got
the cockpit.
He's got the cockpit. Right, suck her up. Come on.
Oh,
I got a pilot too. Got a little head.
Oh, look at that.
Let's see if I can get it to focus. Though.
Oh, that's so cool.
Man,
that's beauty. There it is.
Hey.
Nice.
That's a great little Rick Hunter helmet right there, buddy.
Yeah, looks cool.
Yeah, I don't have any details on it yet because basically he's in. The rest of them got the shoulders.
Nice.
That's nice.
That was a pain in the ass to master, but
I'm sure.
Yeah, but I still got some touch-ups to do on that. You can kind of see like this one here. There's some black. It won't focus very well. Yeah, spray there, I gotta fix. Oh, that's always done. Okay, everybody wanted to see this, so.
All right, come on, light it up.
I haven't done anything else to this, but I will. I'll show you this. I gotta take it apart to light it up because it's kind of hard to get fiber optics in the bottom here. Basically, I have a 10 millimeter blue LED behind here lighting up the console. I've got some various smaller ones in the buttons and stuff, some white and red. So let's take this apart here.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oops, sorry.
I might need to turn the light off, but we'll see. So, see if you guys can see the.
Oh, here we go.
Lighting
Drum roll.
up, or do I need to turn the light off?
Oh,
I've seen some
Damn it.
flickering.
Let's see. Let's try this. So this is just the white lights. No, you can't. Still can't see. Okay. Let's do one better. Let's try this.
Let's go lights out. There you go.
Lights out. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, look at that.
Nice.
come on, focus. Focus down.
We can still see it even without the focus.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got some buttons there. Focus. Oh, please. All right. Well, anyway, so you can kind of see buttons there that are lighting up white. Now, I've got other ones that are red. All these LEDs are, these two LEDs really will contain the.
Look at that.
Okay, so
No,
the top of the seat and just behind them there are two 2 millimeter fiber optics there, and then the smaller ones are buttons up by the console. There's actually going to be 3 more in the center that I haven't wired yet. I haven't put the fibers in yet.
Jeez.
So now here, hopefully this will light up or focus better. Is the still just so washed out because of
That's vibrant.
oh, no, that's too bright.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. See, that's my favorite part right there is the
That screen, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, what I did was I actually printed. I took an image that I found online, just an image of the screen, and printed a decal on white decal paper. So it's going to go on top of the actual glass piece that goes in there. This is just a test piece. I don't have the actual console. It's not assembled yet, but I have a better looking decal that's going to go on there. And then, but when you light it up, you can really see that it's just so bright an image. But there's an actual image of there's some I don't know data. Oh, there's actually an image on it. It's not just the blue light behind the screen. There's an actual picture of the console, so you can see some numbers, letters.
Yeah, no, there's like an image.
Data type information.
Yeah.
But that's the cockpit.
Man.
That's the best part. Once I get it in, I just have to finish the pilot and put it in there because I can't assemble the whole thing because his legs will not go past.
Right.
And his legs won't go past the console where his feet have to go in. They just won't get in there. So I have to put him in first and put the display on top of it. So.
Oh wow.
It's a little tricky. Yeah, because there's big old fat legs. You know, you've seen these guys. Look at this thing. Big old chunky thing.
Looks like Freddy the Bear guy.
So, I don't really have anything else here. I put some black on this too. It's going to be the tail fin there. Now I got some more appreciating on these big armor pieces. These are ready for the. I mixed up a ton of the armor. This is a big bottle of the armor color here. Actually, 60% number 16 and 40% number 17. Mr. Color. So that's why I had to make a big bottle of it, because I'm just doing a lot of that. Doing a lot of it. Yeah.
Man, really cool, dude.
I know. I wish I had more. I got further along. It's just been there's so much work.
No, you know what? Don't even apologize, because this is the thing, though. I mean, this is like one of those rare kits that no one ever sees. So just seeing these parts like over and over again and your progress on them, I mean, it's treat enough. So don't even seriously.
Well,
don't
and you are making progress on those parts every time too. You're not showing us the same thing over and over again. Like there's significant progress on each of these pieces every time. That's a shitload of work, dude. I'm impressed as fuck.
Yeah. This was a big part of it. This thing took a lot of time. There's actually compound seam. The whole front piece goes on. So there's a big seam that goes around there, right down the center of both of the halves. And then, of course, I scratch built the boxes for the torpedo tubes, whistle tubes. So, I'm just happy, really happy the way this came out.
It looks great.
Hell yeah.
So
I can't wait to see some paint on it.
Yeah, I was gonna put some cliche on it tonight, maybe, and then so this stuff's already pre-mixed and it's all one color. Nothing else to run on. It's not in a hurry either, because I know the decals are coming in August, so it's like if I time this right, I can get everything painted and ready to go.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So that's what we're gonna try to accomplish.
Good stuff, Mikey. Good stuff, man. Especially the cockpit. I'm always really super impressed with the cockpit and the fiber optics and everything.
I'm happy with it. The funny thing was that there's just no detail in this at all. All those panels that you see on the side, all that stuff was plastic plate that I put on there.
Oh shit!
I had a few buttons up here in the front, but none of these big things on the sides where the arms go. They were just plain panels. There was nothing there. So I actually took the Photo-etch set off of the 148 diorama, and I just looked at those and saw what shapes were there, what colors they were, and I just started cutting pieces out with my chopper. And just started gluing them on, and drilled some holes through them, looked for the fiber optics. So I'm going to be happy with it. I'm sure it's going to be great finish. It's hard to finish with all this work that's going on.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you get blinders on after a while, you know.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. I felt like I was kind of just not getting anywhere because I was constantly fixing, and then so finally now I'm putting paint on stuff. It's starting to
nice.
A little bit better.
I mean, it looks great, dude. It looks great. So.
Thank you.
I mean, it's awesome just to see progress, you know.
Yeah.
Especially on this.
The next time I'll have the pilot assembled. I still got to mask off some stuff on him, like some black stripes on the uniform and the torso and the legs and the arms and stuff. So there's some masking that I have to do before I can
gotcha.
all those and some hand painting.
Nice.
But hopefully I'll have him assembled and ready to go back in. Well, you guys will see what that looks like.
It'll be worth it in the end.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I know.
Absolutely. Good stuff.
Cool, man.
Thank you, Mikey. Appreciate it, buddy.
Sure.
All right, let's go over. Let's go over to Phil. Phil, what are you going on now?
Yeah, I have a mute on my mic. You don't have to keep muting me. I can just mute my headset, so you won't have to hear anything.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, man.
All right.
Let's see. Those miniatures were pissing me off. So I paint really, really close to my face when I'm painting minis, and I've been trying to figure out how to do stuff on camera, and I'm like painting on the other side of a camera, and it's completely fucking me up. So I put those down, and I pulled out this project that I've been working on and off for like most of a year. I'm making a Love Phantom from the new Build Diver series out of SD parts that it took me most of a year to source.
Oh shit!
Freddy actually helped out a lot. He sent me some Death Side parts, and I've been like rebuilding and SDEX Strike Freedom, which is what it was based on, or for the most part. Like most of the body parts from that model came from it.
Yeah.
And so like going through and like filling in all the hollow parts with like other parts, like I cut out the little like ribbing parts that are in the hollow bits of this leg and like put another like BBSD leg inside of it, which actually is kind of working.
Yeah, it does.
I'm gonna have to go through and putty around and stick in some greebles to replace some hollows, but it's getting there. And then I'm gonna go through and cut up like the whole like skirting is like one piece. So I'm gonna go through and slice that up so all the individual skirt pieces hang their own way and to do a whole lot of scribing. But I just got some MadWorks chisels that James recommended, so that'll be fun. I don't know. There's a lot of work left to go on it. This has been one of those things that like I keep putting off while I work on everything else that I have to finish. But I wanted this to be my GBWC entry this year, and then now I don't understand how any of that works, so I don't care anymore. So.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's how it works. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's a
but yeah. So now I'm just kind of SDGMC. If I get this done in time. Yeah, well, I'm trying to finish this for the SD category for that. There you go.
Nice.
So, but sorry, go ahead.
Phil Witchy's in the chat. She says that she's going to steal it.
Okay, that sounds about right. Yeah, that's kind of Witchy's bag. She just takes my thing.
There you go. There you go.
But yeah, I've been working on most of the legs here for like since the last time you talked to me. Went through, filled in the back parts there, and then glued on some other. Like I don't know like all the Gundam part terminologies yet, but like the little like ankle flaps or whatever, I pulled those off of something and stuck those on here, and that looks all right. So
those are called dorsal actuators.
Dorsal like the Pinckney flanges.
Mark 50.
I might just mute it so don't worry.
Hold on. I was going like this.
It's not really.
Your mic is not muted.
Whatever you're saying, don't make
fun stuff.
Oh, it's not? Oh, it's supposed to be.
But isn't.
No, my wife's been trying to get my attention. She's over here jumping up and down. And I oh my God, don't worry about it. My mic's muted. Guess it wasn't. There's a button on my freaking headset.
We heard it. And it's recorded.
And now
Hey,
that's on
like all things on this show, is saved for posterity. You can ask me. I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know.
I love Mechanism. It always breaks down right at the very end for some sort of comedic value.
Yeah. Tim, it's not breaks down. It elevates the entertainment value.
Oh, right. It breaks up.
Breaks up, that's right.
We fixed it.
Oh God, it's good.
But yeah, I don't know that I'm not on tonight. I'm kind of a rough time. So fuck it. I'm just building things that I can't mess up right now.
Oh yeah, hanging out.
I know that feeling.
Right.
And Phil, I was thinking about it earlier with the Southern Cross model that George is building, and then the 120th that Mike's been building for a while, and I couldn't help but think, man, this would have been the perfect stream for Armida to be on.
Oh yeah,
because we could just give her hell over Robotech all stream long.
She's already going to be cringing pretty hard at how many times the word Robotech has been said.
Yeah.
So we're even without you being here, Tex, we got you.
She's not going to watch this.
She does. I know she does, actually.
Oh, good stuff. That's funny.
Yeah.
We'll have to give her a hard time whenever she does decide to join us again.
Grace us with her presence.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like she's in like 30 weddings this month. So
dude, right?
It's gonna be a minute till we see her, but
it's
cool.
Yeah.
She's got like two tomorrow, 3 the next day. Nice.
Well, plenty of time for drinking in between. That's the important thing.
You got that right, man. Oh my
During.
God. Ay. Oh man, good stuff. All right. So thank you, Phil. I appreciate it, brother. All right, so guys, we got about 8 minutes left. Let's wrap this sucker up. Let's go back to Bailey. Bailey, tell us where everybody can find you, what you got going on. Talk about Animazement tomorrow, all that good stuff, real quick.
Yeah, if you're in the Raleigh Triangle RDU area, and you have what is it, like $67 to spend,
Nice.
come to Animazement and check out all the panels. Check out the Intro to Gunpla panel featuring the Cutting Mat podcast cast.
Nice.
Otherwise, you could catch me on Instagram, Kamau_Zeta. And like I said, we should be recording. Let me think. We're trying to have a month, one every month for you guys. So we should be recording in the next, I think, week after next. And that should be coming out in the middle of June for the next one. And otherwise, you catch me, in those places. It's late. I'm tired.
Oh man, it's all good. But yeah, no, you know what? For all you guys out there, I highly recommend the Cutting Mat podcast. It's definitely worth a listen.
Hell yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Bailey, I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt. I just want to chime in on that for a second. The last 2 episodes you guys did were just absolutely fucking brilliant.
Oh, the community one? Yeah. Appreciate it.
They were amazing.
Appreciate that. Yeah, that's something that was in the planning for quite a while. The idea, not really, absolute magic stardust to, in terms of community building or whatever, but just, based on our experience, because like Joe said, and we see it in other places too. We got something going, and it's interesting, and then you have people enjoying the videos and things that are going on. So we just wanted to have a discussion about what we think worked, and what might be what you might take from that that you can benefit in finding a community and or building a scale modeling community, Gunpla community where you live.
Nice.
So that was the idea, and I'm kind of in line with Phil. A little frustrated. I got some Photo-etch. There's one on this. You can't see it, but it's there. I guess you can see the shine a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But I kept losing them. And then I figured, hey, I might as well have some in the show. So I threw on the power conduits there, and on the waist, you can see that right there.
Nice.
And then I threw a couple of the dang rings. So oh well, it's kind of missing it on this side. I'll be looking for that later.
There you go. Nice.
That's it. That's me.
Looks cool on camera.
Yeah.
Good enough.
It's big for my house.
Nice.
Oh man. Awesome.
Help me find them.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Well, hey, brother, good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.
With the panel and everything. Have fun.
Oh, here's a teaser. This is something for Halloween that I haven't really finished yet.
Hey, there we go.
Phil brought it to it reminded me. It's a little SDHG. So
That's
I'll work
cool.
on that in Halloween.
Nice.
And the what do you call it? The
beam scythe.
Yeah. So I'll get back to that.
Hey Bailey.
Yeah.
Bailey, are you guys going to be live streaming tomorrow or not?
We might throw up on Instagram probably. Okay. one of us, but probably not, like YouTube Cutting Mat or anything like that. But definitely stay tuned to probably True Gunpla's Instagram. We'll
awesome.
Be there. I think I'll have to check with them. I have to check with them if there will be like an official one as part of the panel. It probably just gets recorded or something for later.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Well, hey, dude, good luck with your schoolwork and everything. Can't wait to get you back on the live streams, hanging out.
Yeah, the dissertation work and all that. Yeah.
Oh, dude, priorities,
Yeah.
priorities, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Good luck with that, dude.
Thanks.
All right, brother. Talk to you later. Let's go over to Brian.
Yo.
Everybody.
I'm just trying to get this Hazel to hold this chain gun.
Ooh.
Because that's what a Hazel means, is a fucking chain gun.
Did you get it together?
This
Yeah.
Hazel needs more stuff.
I was busy with my epoxy putty, and I didn't start building it until George was last on. So that tells you about how long it takes to put one of these together.
Damn.
Nice.
Been a few minutes, yeah.
Yeah, not too long.
Those glutes are
here,
looking
I'll
weak. He
hold
needs
it
to
up
go
real
into
quick.
the gym.
Yep.
Leg day is missing.
Ooh, that's got some good detail to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
That's
this
one of
little-
them you were just
this
showing
little
off a bit ago.
Oh, yeah.
The
That's super cool.
puzzle.
Got a little rotational element
Oh,
in there.
Look
If
at
I
that.
can get it to look at
Shit.
the camera.
Hey, look at that.
Oh my
Works
god, that's
inside.
awesome.
Nice. Yeah, it's pretty
Little-
tight. They're not
a little
super
motor in
expensive either. Yeah, it's a little bit, and this flap pops up there as well. There's that up. So, but yeah, there's all sorts of, and it pops up again. It's got all sorts of detail. This is just like kind of chilling in there.
What was the name of that company again?
I had it.
40 something.
40 puzzle something, right?
Yeah,
Puzzle
yeah,
model.
40,
From
yeah,
China.
puzzle
From Ching Chong Bing
from
Bong.
China.
Everything we own is from China.
Yep, 4D. It just says 8 pieces set, gun model, 1/6 scale, plastic, blah blah blah. About $25 for all of them. So,
Sheesh. Oh yeah,
That
let's
sounds
see it
about right.
here.
yeah,
Okay.
it's quite a steal. Post a link up.
Huh.
Sure, I can do that.
Yeah, that'd be great. If you could do that, that'd be sweet.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Hell
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
I
share it
feel
in
like we
the,
can we can probably clean them out. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll share it in
Yeah.
the Facebook group.
Exactly.
Oh man. Good stuff.
Oh, they have MG34s. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. No,
yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, AK-47, M16, M134, M82, MG42.
MG42, yeah.
Yeah, MG42, the M14 BR, and they got the old QBZ 95 with the magazine back in the stock.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah,
do
I mean,
they
it works.
have the ZZ top? Because that's what I'm after right now.
Have the ZZ top.
I don't know. There's a line from Terminator that keeps coming to mind. Was it the one where he's in the gun shop?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have, no, do you have
The phase
whatever that
plasma rifle.
the phase plasma rifle for the 40-watt range? Only what you see.
I'm all out.
I'm all out.
Yeah, I mean it works pretty good for 100 scale.
That's
kits.
not bad at all.
It's kind of a
Great.
beast, but that's what I was looking for. So,
Yeah.
Beast.
Yeah.
Scale. Yeah.
Nice.
And they're plastic too, right? They're just styrene?
Yep.
Oh yeah, so you can mod the hell out of them if you wanted to.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
all
they go-
about that.
yeah, they're pretty cool. There are some nubs to clean up. There's a bunch of if you look here in the tip. I don't know if I can get it. Yeah, you can see it. Oh God, I'm way too close now. You can see. There you go. There's some little tips there that got to get cleaned off. There's some seam lines and stuff that I noticed when I got into the nitty gritty and started putting it together. But all in all, pretty decent.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
cool that they're not on sprues. That'll be fun to just have something you don't have to do everything to.
Yeah.
I was a little sad, but that's all right. I just
Less nubs, I guess.
I was glad for punishment or something. I don't know.
One more time on the name of those.
Grab a runner and go glue it to some nubs and then
Oh.
flip it on.
You got some phono, man.
Phono.
Fair of nubbing out.
Oh, Judas.
Getting light over there, isn't it?
It is, man.
All right,
All
hold
right.
on, just real quick.
I'm not
oh, yeah,
time on the name of those.
Hold on, Brian. One quick second. I just want to show something to everybody. All right, Bailey, look up.
Bailey is actually from the future right now.
Put it down. Put it down. Put it down.
My God.
See, I've been watching that on the panel bar at the bottom the entire time, just like this is making my day right now.
a rebel starship right now.
Right? One
Brad.
more time.
I don't have I'm sorry, I don't have my phase rifle with me.
Hey, I know what you see.
Oh, so good. That's so good. All right, Brian, we're back on you, man. Let's tell everybody where they can find you, man.
My name's Brian. I'm Bro Builder on Insta, Twitter, Imgur, Reddit, the things, YouTube. Yeah, I'm on YouTube too. Yeah, you can come check me out. I'm making a lot of stuff, working on custom stuff. I make a lot of props. I do a lot of things. If you want to ask a question, go ahead.
Nice.
Hey, Brian, can I throw in something here? Your YouTube stream is fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
It's a blast.
I was like, are you and Paul doing your weekly streams still on Wednesday?
Yeah. We're at 33. So we're not every week, but
Wednesday nights. Go check out Brian and Paul's YouTube stream. It's pretty.
yeah, it's
pretty
casual.
awesome.
It's very casual. We just build kits from scratch or from out of the box, basically, and talk about what's going on in the community and chat with chat. So
You guys are great. It's fun to watch, guys.
thanks,
Right.
appreciate it.
Very cool. Well, thanks for being with us as always, Brian. Appreciate it, brother.
Glad to be conscious.
I
was so close. I was so close.
Oh man, it was fun.
I missed it.
That's good.
You gotta go watch that now.
All right,
I'm gonna go back and watch.
let's go over to our boy Craig, Mr. Flynn Berger.
Hey guys.
Tell us about yourself here, sir. Tell us where everybody can find you in that sweet model of yours.
That's just to catch me on Instagram, _Flynnberger_. I don't really update anything else as frequently, so that's the best place to catch me.
Nice.
And shout out to all the Aussies, anyone in Melbourne area. We've got Aussie Model Expo in 2 weeks, so finish your kits, get your ass down there, and it's over the Queen's birthday long weekend, so it's 3 days of Model Expo. So it's the numbers are ridiculous. I think we had some 200 and something entrants last year, something like 3,000 models. That's including club tables and things like that, but basically 3,000 models to look at last year. So
That's huge.
I think it's like the biggest IPMS event or the biggest model show in the Southern Hemisphere. So
Wow.
I'll be certainly taking photos and live streaming and as much as I can from that event. And I don't actually have an awful lot to enter this year, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to sit at the booth and hang out. So yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Dude, that's awesome. I mean, that's like a good time just being around that many scale models, just looking at, different takes on different pieces and stuff, man.
Yeah, we've also got the an offshoot of that, the sci-fi fantasy model competition in October.
Nice.
It's kind of funny. It's we call it Scott's fucking model competition because Scott Taylor was the one that pushed for it. So yeah, SFMC. We're really trying to get that one to be one of the premier events in the country for sci-fi modelers to come through.
Awesome.
We are getting a lot of traction in the Aussie Model Expo with the IPMS stuff. This is an IPMS event as well.
That's cool.
And so really encouraging anyone in Australia to get your models in, mail them to me. I'll tag them. We're trying to build this into the premier event. So that's something on the radar as well. And obviously GBWC in a couple of months.
Hell yeah.
Good times.
Well, brother, best of luck on GBWC, man.
Thanks, man.
Going to do amazing.
Also, my puppy.
Oh, look at that.
Hi, poppers.
That's why I haven't been building for the last half hour.
There we go.
Little baby Bon.
Adorable.
Yeah.
Man.
Fat.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Hey, Craig, thank you for being with us as always, brother. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely. Good stuff. All right. Let's go over to Shane and Courtney. Shane and Courtney, tell everybody where they can find both of you guys.
Well, I'm on Instagram and Facebook under the Death Robo. Courtney is on Instagram, Cyrene Wong.
It's C. Irene Wong because that's my name.
Fitting.
We're gonna have a lot more free time, so we'll be streaming a lot more. You can catch us there. James will be back from Japan on Wednesday, so I think we are going back with our Four Horsemen streams this coming weekend. So we'll be continuing our build along. If anyone in the community need anything, hit us up. We're around.
Nice. Will Gio be back? Do you know?
Say that again.
Will Gio be back?
Yeah, he's been super busy with work, but he's actually training to be a bicycle cop.
Nice. Was he really?
If anyone's familiar with Reno 911, like he's straight Lieutenant Daniel. He gets the uniform, but he gets like shorts. He gets shorts and shit, dude. It's like it's gonna be so good.
It's so good.
He sent us a video of him riding down because they have to train him to ride down stairs and shit.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
so, like he's riding a mountain bike down a bunch of fucking stairs. It's awesome.
Oh,
so he's been super busy, but he should be back. He should be.
Cool. Good.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you for being on. I really love having you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Good stuff. All right, let's go to Freddy.
What's up? Yeah, so you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere under Freddy Was Wrong. We have SEGMC coming up November 9th. Let's see, we're going to be judging a small Gunpla contest at Robo Toy Fest on June 9th coming up. So we encourage people to come out for that because we usually have a low turnout. We want to get more people coming out this time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and at Anime Expo, we're back with our panels this year. We
awesome.
have All Ages panel on July 4th and 18+ panel on the Saturday.
Yeah, the dirty one.
Yeah, that's the one where Freddy gets naked.
Get drunk, talking about my balls, all that. Yeah. Oh, trust me, I'm gonna need to be drunk to get in front of the crowd. So that should be cool.
You can do it.
Just talk to Nate. He's a professional.
And Freddy, you're going to Sabo, right?
Yeah, I'm going.
All right. Cool.
We're gonna have a table there. I don't know about a panel yet, but we'll be there for sure.
All right, we'll get you in front of the people there, so we'll get you some practice.
Sabo's after Anime Expo, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
next week, July 4th weekend.
Then you'll be completely prepped up for
Sabo. Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. Awesome. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks, Freddy.
Appreciate it. Those Gundam guys on Instagram, Facebook, all that.
Definitely. And Freddy was wrong.
Yeah. Chris in the chat, aka Clem, says horrible things. Yeah.
That's what's fun about it, though.
That's the 18+ panel right there.
Oh yeah. Awesome. And Puppy Monkey Baby.
Yep. Demon tentacle thing.
There you go. Well, thanks for being on, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's go over to George.
Hi, George Webb. I'm old school Gunpla, primarily on Instagram. I think that's the only one I kind of do, except that I do have a YouTube channel under my full name, George Lilius, and that's where I usually do my monthly. Well, we run our monthly Instagram Gunpla Hangout. We'll be doing another one in the next 3 or 4 weeks or so, and we are definitely taking names. So if anybody wants to be part of that, please let me know.
It's super fun if you haven't done it.
As long as it's not during our guild gatherings, because I was a bit drunk by the time you guys were on.
Nice.
I don't know what that's like.
Not at all, right?
All right. Nope.
And then Tuesday nights, my 10 o'clock Eastern Time, US. I don't know what everybody calls it now, but it's basically
hashtag church night.
Yeah,
church night. Is that what it is? Something like that.
Jump to church. Hell yeah.
Jump to church.
Wow.
Just talking, whatever comes to mind.
Oh, it's so good though.
Yeah, check it
Yeah,
out.
no, I appreciate it. And last thing, I just want to a little quick shout out to Clip and Nubs to Julio.
Yeah,
Little hand.
Oh, little hand.
George
got a tiny hand.
Yeah.
Tiny hand. Tiny hand.
Team freaky fingers right there, man.
Yeah, there we go.
Good stuff. Awesome. Well, thank you, man. Thank you for being on. Appreciate it.
Thank you, my friend.
Awesome. Good stuff. Let's go over to Mikey. Mikey, what do you got going on here? Tell us where everybody can find you. Look at the sticker barrage you got going on.
Oh, many stickers.
Helping advertise this fine convention.
So
So that's where all the stickers are.
It's a good convention.
I got more too. You want some more? I got more. Look at these.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's pimping. I wish I could get over there.
Making it rain. SDGMC. Well, you got to come to Washington to find me. So. Anyway, yeah, I'm on Facebook on Instagram as Gundemonium Works, and that's where you can get all my current builds, progress that it takes forever to put the content up. But anyway, yeah, come to SCGMC. It's 2 days after my birthday, so Freddy's gonna get me drunk probably.
Awesome.
Nice.
I'll try to remember it, like not pass out on camera.
Oh,
You know what? I didn't see it because I was gone last week, but I gotta go back and watch it now. I totally have to.
Yeah, it was quality.
Yeah, that's after the 2-hour mark.
Can't wait. I can't wait.
yeah. It is good. It is
Brian
good.
Watch 2019.
Oh man, awesome.
Keeping it spicy.
Yeah, come out to this convention. It's really
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's not a competition. It's more of a convention now. Even though I
Convention,
didn't
yeah.
want to get it.
it is really good though. It's good. And if you want stickers, I got stickers. I got stickers.
Oh. Well, thank you, Mikey. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah. Always a blast. Always a blast.
Absolutely, man. All right, let's go and finish up with Phil. Phil, tell everybody where they can find you, man.
You can find me on Instagram at Phil Build Stuff. Let's see. That's about it. Really. That's
The
all I do.
GBA, forgot to mention.
Oh yeah, get on the GBA. I just got promoted. They let me tell people how to paint now. It's pretty hilarious.
Nice.
Glad to have you. Glad to have you.
I can now get just as ignored as the rest of the engineers in the help section.
I resent that.
I don't know. Yeah, that's all I do. I'm on Instagram a lot. I make a lot of posts with obnoxious music behind them because I'm bored. And I will be getting back to working on gunplay again as soon as I finish this commission and taking a whole bunch of stuff to SCGMC because SCGMC is awesome.
We should do another build off, Phil.
Okay. I clearly need more things to do. Yeah, let's let me finish up this stack of stuff I got to get done. But yeah, after SCGMC, that'd be fun. Let's do that.
Absolutely. End of the year. We'll make it a habit.
Also that. Yeah. I like that. Let's do that.
Nice.
But yeah, it was nice. Tonight was actually super cool. All these people I haven't seen in forever. Like I finally got to like hang out on a stream with Bailey. That was cool.
Yeah.
Flynn was here. That's awesome. Got to see the Wongs. So yeah, good night. Thanks.
Hey.
Thanks for letting me come hang out, guys.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Thanks for being on, buddy. Cool deal. All right. Well, you guys, another end of an awesome mechanism. Thank you for tuning in. Like Phil said, man, we had some amazing folks on tonight. So if you caught the tail end, go back, rewind it. But as for me, you know where to find me: Instagram, Facebook, here on YouTube. We do the stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But yeah, it's been fun, you guys. So until next time, 2 weeks is the next. What's that?
Beam?
What?
Hidden bottle. That's
I'm sorry.
It's normal life. It's cool.
Anyway,
No idea.
you guys, this has been Mechanism. Thanks for tuning in.
There you go.
And then on that,
I had my camera on Phil because he kept going back, and I wanted to see it. I had it on film. And I just looked up Phil's
Jesus, Freddy, with the creepy mouth.
I love that
it's
thing.
still live.
Oh, yeah,
are we?
dude.
Still there.
I love the yes. I love put the lip up. Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
All right.
So
So
nice.
on that note, everybody, good night. We'll see you.
Oh, yeah.
I know
See you in
we'll
the
talk
morning.
tomorrow,
Yeah,
right?
see you in the morning,
Night,
bro, yeah.
everybody.
That everybody.
Bye, guys.